Hello everyone. So welcome to the channel of RD Automation Learning. So in this video, I'll be telling you about the shocking incident that has been happening with one of the contractual employees at SAP. So recently, I came across this particular news related to one of the employee who was working as a contractual employee at SAP. Now, she has shared all these details as an incident about all the things that has happened to her on LinkedIn. So it becomes very important that we see particular things and we take our decisions accordingly. So she was working in SAP on the payroll of R Labs Enterprise. Now, there were some false assurance that were given to her from the hike side. She was being assured that she'll be given appraisal, she was given assurance that she'll be given increment, but she was not given any kind of hike in the end. And not only that, but HR also disrespect her many times and asked her to leave the organization. Now, these things are happening with the contractual employees, with the employees who are on the contractual basis. When I say contractual basis, that means they are working for one of the employer, but they are working on the payroll of the third party vendor. So here the vendor is R Labs Enterprise. They are on the payroll of R Labs Enterprise or any other vendor, but they are working for SAP. So one important thing that we have come to know from this is for contractual employees, SAP does not have any space in their building. So contractual employees are asked to sit in another building. So this is, actually one of the infrastructure limitation that you would tell. And not only that, but if you'll see, it becomes difficult for them also to coordinate, to collaborate with the other employees who are already there in their projects or maybe in their team. So you're not given any kind of opportunities, any kind of, you're not allowed to take the part in any kind of events, shared space, and all those things. So there is no policy as well for some kind of support, or there is no kind of FNF policy, or there is no kind of documentation also given. So if you'll see, when I left the organization, they said FNF would be cleared within a particular number of days. And when I left, they took a complete U-turn in providing the FNFs. Now, FNF, relieving letter, experience letter, all these things are very important. So whenever you are resigning from any company, whenever you are leaving any of the organization, ensure that you have all these documentations with you. Not only this, but see, you will be having trusting, you will be trusting on the management will be trusting on you. But sometimes what happens is this FNF policy and all those things, if it doesn't makes on time, or if you have to follow up multiple times, then what would happen is you might lose an opportunity for the newer employer also, because newer employer will not allow you new employer will not allow you to join the company until unless you provide all these documentations to them, right? And if you'll see, there is a lot of attrition rate also is high in the team because of poor management and treatment of employees. So if the employees are not treated properly, so definitely the attrition rate is going to increase a lot. So here are a few other things also that has been mentioned. On one side, SAP talks about fostering inclusion, equality, empathy, empowerment on social media, and on the other side, internally, some employees are left out to suffer and harassed with no aid in place. So this is really a shocking incident that has happened. And I think these things do happen with the people who are working on contract-based jobs or who are working on the third-party payroll, because they are deprived of the hike. They are not given appraisals because they are working on the contracts. And these things do happen in the corporates a lot. At times when there is a lot of demand of some particular skill set, if the company does not get the employees in the market, what would they do? They'll approach some of the third party vendor and they will ask them to provide few of the candidates. So those candidates will get interviewed and they'll get shortlisted, but still they will be on the payroll of the third party vendor itself, but they'll be working for SAP. And similarly, there are other many companies in which this is happening. Now, whenever you are on a contractual basis, make sure that if you are leaving that particular organization on the contract, or let's say even if you are leaving from the third party vendors team or from the company, then ensure that you get all these documents, FNF documents are properly done, you have Form 16 updated, you have PF document updated, and if the PF is not updated or if you don't get relieving letters, experience letters, then you have to request to the teams, to the company in which you are working, that please ensure that this is done, because it is considered as unprofessional if these documents are not received. And no one is going to trust you after that particular company that you are working there. This is a sort of an evidence that you have worked there. So that's why it's very important that you do take care of all these documentations, and if possible avoid getting into the contractual jobs and try getting full-time, try getting permanent jobs rather than going for a contractual jobs. I'm not telling contractual jobs are not good, but at times you are seeing these are the consequences of the things that are happening, which you can see in the market. So this is actually a shocking incident that has happened. The people are being told that they'll be getting the appraisal, they'll be getting increment, but they haven't got. They are not given proper infrastructure, proper building to proper space to adjust or to work also. And they are also not given proper kind of an attention. And if you'll see the FNF policies, the experience letter, relieving letters, all these things are also not there. So it becomes very difficult for anyone to proceed ahead in their career. So that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching this video and stay tuned for more updates.